Ascent Infinite Realm is an upcoming third-person steampunk-themed open-world MMORPG by Bluehole, the company that made Terra, Devilian, and PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I've looked into this game before, but granted a bunch of other content creators already did trailer reactions, I thought I'd wait to make a video till we got to see actual gameplay. A very big thanks to the Korean streamers for sharing gameplay with us from G-Star. I will link them all in the video description. What's been shown of the game so far from the recently concluded G-Star 2017 is the Realm vs Realm PvP, which apparently is at the heart of Ascent Infinite Realm. In the demo, players began in a lobby and were led to go into a fighting zone, where they can get onto airships to fight an opposing team. Air's aerial combat is interesting to say the least. Aboard the airships, there's a set number of abilities to be used, like flamethrower and rocket launchers, with the goal being to destroy as many opposing ships until the clock times out, or a different goal I wasn't able to figure out. Personally, this looks like one giant mechanical mess, and to me is very unappealing. There doesn't look like there's any strategy going on, only players trying to get close to other ships to spam their very limited skills. What is interesting to me is when players leave the ships and do aerial combat with their characters instead. I really like the wings in this game, they're kind of like better versions of gliders in Arcade. Later on in the game, players might actually play strategically with these ships, and gliding through it to PvP might be fun, like an aerial version of ocean combat in Arcade, where players have to maneuver around ships to fight and hijack other players. After the ship battle, the teams are teleported into a small area to continue to fight with their characters and mountable mechs like this Gatling gun turret. The objective is to destroy the opposing team's base crystal. Character combat is tab target, made to look like a hybrid of action and tab, similar to the combat in Bless Online. To select a target, we have to point our screen toward them, and we're able to keep that target with a lock-on feature. I think the combat has potential even with the currently only few skills per character that we've seen. What worries me is this PvP arena. With this many people in a linear PvP area, there are no strategies, side objectives, or flanking, just bunched up players spamming skills on whoever is the closest target. For PvE, there will be dragons and giant crocodile monsters to fight, as it is still a medieval themed game, and what appears to be sieges with gunships and Gatling turrets to fight and control as well, similar in nature to the RVR we saw earlier. Aerial PvE combat uses flying ships too against giant bosses, which at first glance has a Riders of Icarus feel, especially with dragons in the open world to fight with our mech ships. The PvE looks like it has much to offer. There looks to be random little mini-games and enemies that pop up when interacting with NPCs, kind of like questing in Revelation Online. As for other gameplay features, none of them were showcased in G-Star 2017, so all of which we only know from the one trailer and bits of translated information from the Air website. Player housing has been shown as well, with beautifully designed exterior and multiple building stages. It's not yet known if these are to be built by players like in Arcade or by what to me look like hired NPC workers like in Revelation. The wings function we saw earlier can be seen used in the open world, and in the same scene there are what look like unbuilt housing in the distance, so my guess is player housing will be in the open world. Life skills are said to be an integral part of progression, and so far we've seen gathering, potion making, fishing, and cooking for crafting related professions. This is what farming looks like in the game. Some kind of mount or pet customization has been teased as well, but not much information on that aside from this clip for now. The trailer shows off a lot of in-game cutscenes, which don't look all that good because they have very obvious choppy animations, but the story looks like it will be brutal and possibly very interesting. The world's graphics are similar in level to Bless Online, with the setting and theme in the same nature as well. Steampunk technology like Zeppelin airships, mechanical factories, and clockwork robots coexisting with magic and medieval creatures like dragons and beastly humanoids. I haven't found anything on the lore yet, but there are a few images shown with translated titles like Arcanum Warpgate, Dwarves, and the Tanuki-style beast race. Character graphics will be closer to Black Desert Online in design, with Korean girls that have heavy eyeliner, and European-looking male characters ranging from medium builds to big bulky stature. We have yet to see what the character creation is like, but we know for a fact that there will be no gender lock. As already explained, magic and technology coexist, and so the classes are designed to look and act to portray that. There are currently 5 classes known as of today. The assassin equips dual daggers with very fast attacks and can be both close range and mid range. Gunners use rifles and pistols. Warlord is a traditional melee fighter tank with high survivability. Its main weapon is a battle hammer, and its off weapon is a shield. The Sorceress is a typical mage with fire, ice, and air magic using a staff and magical dagger. Mystic is the healer that uses a wand and a totem to use the forces of nature. Signups for the Korean beta have already started and will last until December 10th. The first beta will be on December 13th to 17th of this year. I will link the page in the description, but keep in mind that to sign up for it, you will need a Korean phone number to verify. The game is planned to be translated to English, German, and French in the future. The system requirements have been given as well, with a minimum being 8GB of RAM and GTX 760 or higher. However, the recommended requirements are 16GB of RAM and GTX 970 or higher. If you have a rig that's on the older side like myself, you will likely need a few upgrades to play on decent graphics settings. Well, that's pretty much all the important stuff to know about Ascent Infinite Realm. Personally, I'd hoped that it would be an action combat when I initially heard that it's developed by the makers of Terra and published by BDO's Kakao Games, so I can't help but be a bit disappointed with that part. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the PvE gameplay is like and if the open world turns out to be exciting. I'll try to keep you guys up to date with this title when there are important news and information revealed. In the meantime, I will have all of the links to important pages and communities, such as the official KR forums and community discords in the description. Do subscribe for more MMORPG videos, and if you would like to further support my channel and content, you can do so as my patron on patreon.com/noct. Thank you for checking out Ascent Infinite Realm with me, and I hope you have a great day today.